I'm Carol of Parties to Go. I run an outside catering company and we do a lot of weddings, parties, theme parties, etc. And while we're in the lockdown, I thought I'd do some recipes on YouTube to see if anybody's interested to have a look at them. I'm doing very easy and quick recipes. With our catering, obviously things take a lot longer and etc., a lot of marinating, etc. But in what I thought I'd do for YouTube is just very quick and easy recipes, because in this lockdown, if you're homeschooling and working from home and have everything else going on, you don't want things that are long-winded. So I thought I'd do short recipes. A lot of it I have prepared before, because you don't want to see me chopping onions or peeling garlic or whatever. So some of it is done and some of it I'm going to show you as we go along. So today we're doing Baba Ghanoush, which is a Middle Eastern, basically an aubergine dip, which is absolutely delicious. It's, as I say, aubergines, garlic, lemon, tahini. You can get tahini from the Middle Eastern shops or usually the supermarkets, Tesco, etc. They all have it. There's different brands which you can get. Right, so to start, I put the aubergines on the oven. I put them on the hob. And you can see here it is very, very, very burnt, which it has to be. Some people cook them in the oven, which it doesn't give. You've got to give it a smoky flavour, and the oven doesn't give it a smoky flavour. So I do it on top. The downside with that is it makes a bit of a mess of the hob. That's the only thing. That's why some people put them in the oven. But if you want the really smoky, then do it on the hob. So I've had two which I've cooked, one which I've already chopped, one ready to be chopped so I can show you, one cooking so I can show you what it's like, and then one ready to go on. Now before you put them on, it is very important to pierce them in various places, because if you don't, there's a risk that it could literally explode. So you just pierce it. I'm going to take this one off the hob, which is the one that's ready to be done. See, it's really burnt. And then this one, I'm just putting literally just straight on the hob. And then every 3 or 4 minutes, I turn it over. And the more charcoaly, if you like, or it's got white on it, burnt, the better, because that gives you the smoky flavour. So I've already chopped one in there, and I'm ready to chop this because it takes time to peel, but I'll show you. When you peel, just take the top off and then slice it out. Wait for it to cool if I was you. I mean, I'm doing this because we're doing it for the camera, but I'd wait for it to cool so you don't burn your fingers. And once it's cooled, you have to literally, if you just carefully, when it's cool, you could do it much easier. You take the skin and the pulp. You take the pulp away from the skin till you've literally got just the skin left, which will be just black. If you get any black bits, like I've got there, just take it and put it with the other skin. You don't want the skin, that'll get thrown away. So once you've done that, you literally chop up your pulp. I do it that way, then I turn it and do it the other way. I don't put it in a food processor because it's nice to have all the bits. You don't want it completely chopped down. And then I mash it, give it a little bit more, and just mash it up. Then once you've done that, I'll put it with the other one I've got there, which in a bowl. I'll just give the aubergine I've got here a turn. There you go. Okay, so once you've done that, I crushed some whole garlic cloves. I've got whole garlic cloves there and the crushed ones there. And I got my beautiful crusher. And I would say for this, now I don't have recipes as such. I tell you what I'm using, but all my menus basically are done by the taste. So everything you taste as you go along, rather than say do 4 ounces of that or 120 grams of that, etc. I can give you an idea, but it is to the taste, because we like garlic and lemon. Some people less garlic. So you do it, as I say, you just taste it. I've got it, what you've put in this, you've got 2 aubergines in there, and I would say 2 of these cloves of garlic crushed. That goes in. Salt, that's very important, but again, I don't oversalt things. My family don't like things salty. We really don't like salt. And you can add to it, but you can never take away. So I'm just going to put a little bit, literally, salt in there. And then the tahini, which when you get it out, it always tends to settle at the bottom because it's quite gooey. So I'm going to put 1 spoon in there of the tahini. There we go. And then lemon juice. So I've got, I would say, a lemon, one lemon juice. And then just give it all a good stir. I'm getting a fork. Just sort of stir it around. The thing is that the tahini can be, it doesn't need to go in the fridge, it can go in the cupboard. But when you get it out just before you want to do anything, and try and give it a good stir or a shake, because you don't want quite big lumps everywhere. This one is quite liquidy. Once it's been left for a little while and it's getting to the end, it gets quite liquidy. The other thing I add to this is a little bit, now some people, a lot of people actually add some yoghurt. So that's fine, just if you wanted to, just a tablespoon of yoghurt. I tend to add some water because my family aren't mega keen on yoghurt. So if you've got, you don't want yoghurt, just a little bit of water, which I'll just go and get. Just cold water from the tap, and just a little bit in there, just to make it not liquidy, but just give it a little bit of liquid. There we go. Just going to turn this aubergine round again. The other thing you could do, but then you wouldn't have it ready possibly, well you might have it for that meal, is if you're doing a barbecue, is to put the aubergines on the barbecue and cook them on there. But my attitude to that, you could do, but by the time you then put it all together, the barbecue will be ready and everyone will be eating. So, but that's another idea to do it. I'm just going to get a spoon and taste this. As I say, it's all to the taste. A little bit more lemon, it's delicious, but a little bit more lemon. You want to literally taste the aubergine, taste that it's got lemon in it, and taste that it's got garlic in it. Delicious. That is absolutely delicious. Right, I'll get my dish. Now my dish I got when I was actually in Beirut a few years ago. It's a hummus dish. I mean, it's like that. You can get, I've got a few more when I was in Portugal. You can look around to get them, or else just an eared dish, basically. So, you pop it in the eared dish. And then a little bit, I pat it down, swirl it round a bit, and then I put some olive oil all the way round. Don't drip, we're not drenching it, just all the way round. Then we always have in our house olives. We get these from usually from the Middle Eastern shop, and the ones we get, because my son loves chili, is olives with chili in them. But you can get all sorts of ones. These are very, very hot, so might not be to everyone's taste. So you can just get, just from the supermarket, olives in there, drain them, put them in a bowl with olive oil, some garlic is lovely, and leave them on the side. Must be very careful. If you're taking them out and it touches another bit of food, you've always got to change the spoon. So, for instance, in my case now, I'm just putting them on there, I'm not touching it. But if you touch any food, don't put it back in there because it sours them. Okay, so I put about 2 or 3 on the top. It's nice to have green and black. And that's it. If I can show you, that's the Baba Ghanoush, which is absolutely delicious. It's really, really, really good. You have it just for a snack for lunch, or have it as a starter prior to having your meal, if you're having a dinner party or anything like that, when we get back into being able to see our friends. The only thing else you do with this is when you go to buy your tahini or whatever, buy some Arabic bread, and it's a round flat bread, and then when you're ready, you just warm it either very, very gently in the toaster or in the oven, and then cut them into triangles or into strips, and put it in a little plate next to it, because that goes with the bread. Okay, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. See you later.